first reference, I can often go there first before I have to worry about spending a large amount of time, digging through Google search results to find something that's going to get me going quickly. My name is John. I'm working for a government organisation doing a number of research and development tasks. We work in electronics, IT, so there's a combination of software and hardware development, and really systems design and integration is really where I spend most of my time. And I'm based in Sydney, Australia. I guess the challenges are that the software development space changes so rapidly, and there's always new technologies, new tools, new stacks, and software development is an important part of what I do, but it's not all I do. Whether it be a tutorial, a reference guide, something along those lines that helps me get up and running quickly on a piece of gear or a piece of technology that I'm wanting to use that I'm not intimately familiar with, is a common problem. For me, the way Real Python works usually is it's come up as a resource for a piece of software or a new library or a technology stack that I would like to use for a project. And typically I'll find a tutorial or a summary based on that. On the Real Python website, I'll give that a perusal and see if it's sort of got some examples and references that are somewhat similar to my use case. Often it is. I like the fact that the tutorials tend to be fairly compartmentalized. There's good, small, short sections because I'm not always going to sit down for a huge chunk of time in one go. No, not really. I used it on and off as a non-subscribing user, and there was a handful of tutorials that I thought, the more detailed version would certainly be more useful. And generally speaking, I try and actually support the resources I use most heavily in some way. At one point, I was working with some other engineers in the workplace, and so I was trying to get us all on the same page and help us cooperate. Myself comfortable enough with the technology that I could then bring others along with me and make it easier to collaborate on that code when, like I said, it's not part of our day-to-day workflow. And I found the GitHub tutorials, combination of the main article and one of the video tutorials, just running through and actually using the source examples that were part of the course to sort of follow along, copying almost the same that the presenter was using, and building that familiarity myself so that I could make my own notes for what I was going to go through with my colleagues. Using Real Python, I guess, has made me able to more quickly get on top of a particular technology and perhaps provide some examples and introduce others to a technology when I'm not an expert top to bottom. Be able to do that without feeling like I have to spend a huge amount of time becoming an absolute expert in something. It gives me sort of just enough knowledge to achieve the goals I'm looking for. Having used Real Python for some time now, I certainly would recommend it to others, and in fact I do often recommend tutorials to colleagues and so forth on a particular thing we've been working on together.